Oh, not again. Not again. Don't make me do another film review. Don't want to do another one. It's too much, man. It's too much. Dude, no, I'm not doing another one. It's just too early for this. They don't want to see it. I'm telling you, they don't want to see it. What do you mean this is my contract? I don't have a contract. What do you mean you'll kill me if I don't? Okay. I see how it is. What am I reviewing today? Big Lebowski? What's that? Movie about bowling? Drugs? Something like that. Alright. I'm not getting dressed for this one. Alright, what are we doing? We're doing Big Lebowski today, film review. Let's get this started then, I guess. Let's see. Ugh. So much work for this. Alright, Big Lebowski. This film came out in 1998. It's a comedy indie film. About 2 hours long in terms of a film. Watching it, you actually wouldn't think it's an indie film. It's actually well produced. It's got IMDb, it's an 8.1 out of 10, 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 71% on Metacritic. Came out 1st of May 1998 in the UK, and the cinematography was done by Roger Denkins, screenplay by Ethan Coen and Joel Coen, so brothers. Let's see here. It somehow says the budget was 15 million US dollars, so I don't know how that makes it indie, but I guess that's what's happened now. So let's talk about the film. So basically, the plot of the film is there's a guy called Jeffrey Lebowski, but he likes to be referred to as the Dude. He seems more chill. He doesn't have a job. He just plays bowling with his friends quite a bit. His other friend, Walter. His friend Walter is basically just an ex-army guy who just talks a lot of garbage, we'll say. And the movie starts him coming back from the shop. He gets in, he gets his head dunked in a toilet, and he's like, do I look, because they think he's a secret millionaire because another millionaire has the same name of Jeffrey Lebowski. So before they leave, this guy just pees on his rug, and he has to go to that guy, the actual Jeffrey Lebowski, and see if he can get money back for his rug or something similar to that effect. That guy Jeffrey Lebowski is done a lot of charity work and stuff like that, and he's in a wheelchair. So he goes to him, he asks, but this guy's incredibly rude, incredibly mean. So he doesn't help him whatsoever. So now he just goes home. He's like, yeah, flip it, whatever. So he leaves his office, and his assistant goes, oh, how did the meeting go with Mr. Lebowski? He's like, yeah, it's fine, I can take any rug I want. He just takes a rug back and he puts it in his flat. But then eventually, before he leaves, he sees Jeffrey's wife, Bunny Lebowski, and he just talks to her a little bit, but she's quite greedy with money. So this is where that comes into play. This is the main lot of the story. She gets kidnapped, and he basically phones back the Dude and asks him to come in and do a task for him. He wants to deliver some money to some hoodlums, let's say, gangsters, and so he can get his wife back. So he fills his briefcase off with money, sends it off to him, and tries to do a handover. His friend Walter at the drive messes it up to what it should have been, and he doesn't get to it properly. Eventually, some Germans come to his house, send a possum or ferret, I think it's a ferret, into his bathtub to try and attack him. And they said, if you don't do it, we'll come back and kill you. Eventually, he goes back, he gets caught, he meets this woman called Maud Lebowski, and she basically informs him that Barney probably kidnapped herself, which was his thought in the first place, and that there's no scam, there's nothing like that, it's just a way for Jeffrey to get more money, because he's actually broke, he doesn't have a lot of money anyway. So he goes through all that. In between, you see a couple bowling scenes where they just talk and swear a lot. Nothing too interesting there. And then what else happens? Basically, eventually, he figures out that there was never any money in the briefcase. He wanted his wife to get killed because she's been such a burden on him. He does get a toe that Jeffrey shows him, but it turns out it wasn't her toe at all. just another girl's toe, and then eventually he gets they get stopped by the German people, and he's like, no, I figured you out. You don't have the girl at all. You never did. And basically, they get into a fight. He's um, him and Walter ended up beating them. And they eventually leave him alone. And also, Maud was correct. She said she'd give him money if he can find back the compensation. And he does. He eventually sleeps with her as well, but she's like, I don't want a husband. I don't want someone. I just want to have someone to. I just need some sperm for my child. So she's like, she's like quite a wealthy millionaire. She's like a nude artist painting or something, paintist, I guess. That's the general. That's the general gist of the movie. It's actually a decent film, to be fair. It's one that I was never really thought of watching, but I looked at it, I watched it for like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty decent. So I kept watching it, and so I decided to do a film review, or I was forced into a film review to do today. So that's what I've done. Hopefully enjoyed that film review. Star rating. I need to give it a star rating. Out of 10 stars. Let's see what am I giving it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It is a very, I guess it's another, you could say, stoner movie. You could watch it while you're high if you wanted to. But I wouldn't say this is like one you'd watch often. Like you'd watch it occasionally. I wouldn't say this is like, oh yeah, let's watch The Big Lebowski today. It's not nothing like that. So we'll give it a 6.5 out of 10 stars. I feel like that's a fair analysis. Actually, I quite enjoy this film, but it's not one I'm gonna watch again anytime soon, realistically. But yeah, that's it for film reviews. So I'm done. I'm done. So I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye. Subscribe.